They had all this stone hook in Orange, Texas. The other day I made this little Clovis point. I showed it to Rockin' Pops. He wanna know how to make these flutes on there. It's just indirect percussion. So I'm gonna make hopefully a little quick video show how to do these flutes. I'm gonna use this little piece of Randy Buttes. I think it ought to be easy to nap. Mr. Doc Einstein sent me this. And I'm finally gonna get to use it. I've been looking at it quite a while, waiting for the right day. I'm gonna make that Clovis about like this one here probably. Maybe a little bigger if it just turns out a little bigger. This rock, well, that's just a big old, that's like a bowl in there. This side's like a mountain range. So I'm gonna just kind of work on flattening it out, taking little short flakes right here, get rid of all that concavity. Haven't worked no Randy Buttes in quite a while. I've always loved to work it though, it's just something about it. It looks so cool after you get something made out of it. Ooh, this flake's really easy. All kind of sharp. I'm gonna just try to reduce them big old ridges there now by running flakes right straight down. That platform ain't too good. I'm gonna hit this first. Ooh, took off too much. Darn it. That's just crumbling right in there. I kind of hitting above center line there. That's why them plates just kind of, I wasn't even trying to get over that ridge. I probably should have been. I believe I can get over to this side. I'm gonna go down to a 3/4 inch bopper. I just don't need that much weight. This rock flakes pretty easy. Darn it, that thing. That dude's down in my finger. I'm gonna have to take a break and go get it out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, that made me dizzy digging that out of there. That thing was buried up. Broke off right below the surface. Man. It's gonna bleed through the Band-Aid in there. That's dark sand tape and dark sand rock. This rock ain't really flaking as smooth as I was thinking it was going to. Heck, it flakes smooth, just gotta get focused. This rock has a very, very brittle nature to it. Plug out of sand. I'm trying real hard to get under. The little hinge went all the way across there. Get too short. I'm gonna call that a preform. Press flake a little bit. And see if I can flute. it's just slipping. Well, I made that to darn slick. Can't get a hold to it. Well, it looks good enough to flute it now, I think. how good that showed up. This camera looks different just looking at it on this phone. I think I'm gonna flute this side first. I'm kind of closer to it. Got more mass closer to the end right here on this side, so I'm gonna flute that side first. I just kind of made a bevel right there, just like if I was on the edge somewhere, gonna run flakes on this. A lot of times I'm always bad about making too big a bevel. I'd take another pass and have my bevel just bigger and thicker, but I think it really helped to keep that whole bevel thin, close to the center line, kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna just say right there, the center. I'm gonna step over right here. Right there. Ooh, that flake didn't look right. That flake just kind of rolled out over here at the corner, kind of weird. Yeah. I think that'll work. It's just right below center line. Grind down on it. Back on even. Indirect go on. That darn tip is sticking out there like a needle. I'm gonna just knock that off. That just broke off, really. I just meant to get the little tip end off. I like to wrap this in leather just so I can hold it better. Put that tip right against my pinky. And grab it with the thumb and that forefinger. And don't touch it nowhere else. There, I got this. And I just line her up right there, put a little back edge pressure. And I had to roll that point outboard like that just a little bit, slightly, or else I don't know why my flute will come off to this side, sort of. That ought to be it. Oh, man. Well, it didn't work. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna try this piece of gravel right here. It might be too tough too, because I had a headache all day today, and I'm still kind of water-headed from that headache. And I don't feel like hitting too hard. Yeah, I went this evening, and they had offered a deal to trade in my phone for a new one. It wouldn't cost me nothing. I'm gonna get a 1-inch bopper. So I took them up on it and got me a new phone. That I did upgrade, had to pay a little bit for a terabyte. I got a whole terabyte of storage. So I shouldn't be running out of space for videos or nothing for a while. I've been struggling with that. Barely can get a video uploaded, and on my phone, and then if I have to edit, it takes up so much space to edit it and then upload it back to the phone. But boys, camera's something else. I hadn't really got to try it out in daylight or anything. I don't feel like hitting this kind of rock tonight. I'm gonna get something else. I can't pick that box up either. I went through and high graded all the gravel there at the Capistrano restaurant and come up with a whole box full. I got one more bed to high grade. I just high graded 2 beds. This one here, I remember this one. He looked like Primo. But I think somebody done been in them gravel. They done test flaked a lot of it. Probably done got most of the good stuff. They left a lot of good stuff like this one here. But you could tell a lot of them rocks had been tested. So I know they got all the good ones. So if you're planning on coming to Orange, Texas and go to the bar and dig through the gravel, it's been pretty well picked over, high graded, and I dug down in it. There's a couple places that are pretty thick, but didn't do a lot of good. I got that one more bed though on my high grade, because then the bar plans have fell apart over there. Come to find out, somebody had leased that thing in the past and surrendered the liquor license to it. And it's too close to the school. They can't get another liquor license. That one was grandfathered in, where they could have the bar there if it was there before the school. Built in 1941. So that place can't never have another liquor license. So it ain't a bar no more. It suits me fine. I ain't into bars anyways, but I imagine back in the day that place was something else. This right across the street from the old train depot. And they had all them shipyards in Orange. And when I was tearing down all that stuff I was tearing out in there, oh man, up on the walls there was some fiberboard. They had taken it down from somewhere else though and nailed it back up there, because when I pulled off the wall on the back side of it, you have all kind of like graffiti writing on there of sailors and stuff, I guess, because they'd write the name of the ship and their names and just all kind of graffiti on the back side of them boards. It wasn't really boards, it's some kind of fiber stuff, probably asbestos. I thought that was pretty neat. Place was a wreck though, man. They had old wiring in there, just single strand wiring going through porcelain insulators. I mean, it was like 1940 wiring. And out front, it had that big old tower thing stuck way up in the air with them rounded tops. And the whole building is stucco. It was built with stucco back then. I mean, it's an amazing stucco job. It's tough as nails. That old stucco is just good stuff. But there ain't a framing board left in that big tower, because between water leaks and rotting and termites, they have ate every board smooth out of it, except the lathing boards at the actual stucco is and mortar is fastened to. They still got horizontal boards across there, but the rest of it's just gone. There ain't nothing but the stucco and the horizontal lathing boards is nailed to or stuck to. And inside there, where I had been added on to before, this used to be an exterior wall, one of these. But I took out 2 sections where they used to have a wall. It looked like they come in there and they just cut them off about a foot from the ceiling and made them look like a beam. But what was left already had newer 2x4s spliced onto the side of the old 2x4s, so I imagine at one time termites had ate that whole wall out too. And they spliced them 2x4s on the side of the old ones. But the old stuff up top there, termites nothing got up that high. That stuff was like pulling up, trying to tear apart iron welded together. It was so nailed together so hard. And then whoever did this newer stuff on it at one time, they used a lot of screws. So man, it was a nightmare pulling that stuff down. It's all up over my head, dirty as you could imagine in there. And a piece of air conditioner duct was in there. It was like a tunnel built in the ceiling to hide the air conditioner duct. That old air conditioner duct that was in there wasn't even hooked up no more, but it was so old. It was really thick iron, heavy duty duct work with probably asbestos insulation around it and on it. But it was pretty incredible. It was all screwed together with some pretty fat screws. It was built in sections, and each section wasn't very long, and they all had like crimped ends with a 90-degree turnout where they was just grown as all get out. It's incredible how they built stuff back then. But then there one day it was raining there. When I looked up in the attic, I could see where some water was leaking in there in the attic, so I got up there and looked at the roof. And it was a mess. Golly. I don't know what the original roof was, but it had 2 layers of metal roof on it. And it looked like the last layer was coming up it had some laps in it. And it looked like it would just come loose. All the screws probably done rusted out, and the metal was coming loose and rolling up on the end. And somebody just went in there with a can of foam and shot foam all in the gaps between the metal roof, and then they painted it with some kind of coating. And then up near the top, somebody come along and torch down roofing over top of the metal roofing. And it was holding water everywhere up there on that roof. So it's a bad deal. Tell that guy from now on, you want to get a place, let me come look at it before you bail off into it like that. He's really fortunate. He was going to buy it, but couldn't quite get enough money, so he leased it. Then went in there and tore all the floor out of it. Had me tear out all that wood and a big old section of a bar and all kind of stuff. Just made a mess of the place. Now he wants to get out of it. He should have never got into it. You can't just bail off something without looking at it. Better than he did. That old wiring in that building, the way it was, and the wood just was old pine. Must have been heartwood up there too, because rosin was just seeping out. A lot of the rafters and everything was just coated with rosin, were dripping out of the boards. That thing would catch on fire and burn so fast. Be amazing. Well, this kind of gravel I like. I added some sweet stuff, and it's still tough. It flakes good, but it's tough as nails too. This used to get a lot of this, man, back in the day, several years back. When this landscape gravel kind of first came out, it got popular. Wherever they were quarrying it from, man, it was just a lot of nice flat pieces of good, high quality chert. But it ain't like that no more. Most everything gets old clunker stuff. Nobody even hardly buys it anymore because it's gotten so expensive and it ain't nice and flat like it used to be. That ought to pop off of there. I'm gonna go down 3/4 inch popper. I always stop right here and pressure flake it, so my hitting is getting a little wild. Yeah, shoot, I'm gonna just quit hitting it. I didn't do a very good job of getting that smooth. There's home skillet come rolling in. What's up, home skillet? He been hunting. That edge is just too thin, pushing flakes out there, so I'm gonna take some flakes off this side first. Some more big flake scores right there I'm gonna try to take out. Call that good enough. Just set up fluted. This side ain't real smooth right through there. This side looks pretty darn good. I think I'm closer. I'm gonna flute this side first. Keep it kind of a small bevel. That keeps that platform closer to the center line. And a little bit high up on the rock where it don't really try to go all the way down there. It ought to come in there and peel out about halfway down. Get a finer braiders. I'm just gonna find center right about right there. I'm gonna skip right here. Take flake, Turn it, that plate kind of went this way more than I wanted it to. I throw my platform out of center. Oh well, we're gonna have to go with it. I'm gonna brush down on that platform right there. Hook up my indirect stick. I like wrapping a piece of leather so I can hold it a little better. Put that tip against my pinky. Just grab it with thumb and finger right there. Seat it up on there. Now I kind of got to rotate that tip outward like that a little more than what this feels natural to me. Otherwise that flute comes off this side too much. I didn't get a very good bite on that flute, but it's okay, I guess. See, I barely caught the end of my platform though. If I should have been just a little bit more up on that platform. And that flute still kind of come off this side closest to me. Don't look like it in the camera. Well, I guess I'm looking at it backwards in the camera because this side closest to me right there when I had it down. That flute kind of come off this side. But that's the side I forgot my platform was off center too. I'm gonna hit this tip on this pressure flaker. Well, I guess I ain't on it through my file. There it is. Oh, I'm out of whack tonight after having a headache all day. I'm just kind of water-headed. I think the way that turned out there, I'm gonna narrow it up on this side a little bit. Now I'm gonna just push a flake out right there in that little ridge right there, right there, that little ridge right there. Hard to see. Hard to see that camera, but now I'm gonna just put me another little bevel right there. I'm gonna find center, move over that little bit. Well, I didn't push them flakes out there at all, hardly. It's not a very good isolation. Get just a little more bite this time. Hey, look at that, will you? That come. I believe that's partially responsible due to this thickness where I didn't push them flakes out there. See how deep that thing had to gouge in there, and it just didn't get very wide. So it had a lot of energy. Didn't spread its energy out, so it had a lot of energy going right there. Just decided to go through to the other side. Well, that's too